Hi friends, Alan from Crystal Magic Cave on Etsy. Welcome to our final day of bringing our Kyphi recipe together. This has been stirred quite a few times. Our dry ingredients are together as one. Our wet ingredients are ready to go. I will add some lang lang oil after this is thickened up and reduced and cooled before we mix it together with the dry ingredients. Now during this process, I'm going to be infusing it with the vibration of love. Now love has been proven to vibrate at the frequency of 528 hertz. I'm going to play a sample of this right now for you so you can hear this. So this is 528 hertz. I also have a quartz crystal bowl that also vibrates at that same frequency. So as we bring these ingredients together, we're going to infuse them with the vibration of love. Pretty cool, huh? I think so. I do that with most of the jewelry that I make that has any liquid form at all. So thank you for joining me. I will have probably one more video after this because I will bring you through the whole process of mixing it and then forming of the pellets by hand, and then the last video will be me burning it, and I'll do a little meditation and celebration at the end. That will probably be in a week or so, or maybe less, depends on how fast it dries out and what the moisture level's like outside. All right, we will see you soon. One thing I wanted to mention, the full moon is in 3 days, and I was called to finish this before the full moon, and it wasn't until today that I got the message that today was the day we would mix the dry with the wet ingredients for the Kyphi. I have stirred the base, liquid base, one last time, and I have stirred our dry ingredients one last time separately, and the next time that these are stirred with intention will be when they are brought together, and I will see you for that part. Okay folks, I have our wet ingredients here on the stove slowly heating. I used a larger pan than needed because I want to use the immersion blender. Now one thing I didn't talk about was, I did not use red wine. I was not called to use red wine. I was called to use sherry, so that's what I used. So this is the sherry that I poured into our original crock that had our wet ingredients. I wanted to get the remainder of all the little pieces in there. Now, again, that noise you hear is 528 hertz. And I am infusing this process with the vibration of love. So after this gets heated, not to a boil, just to a low simmer, I will then use the immersion blender and then do a reduction. So I will see you in a little bit. Okay, I have it to the consistency I want. And I'm just going to wait till it heats up one more time. And then I'm going to add in the dry ingredients, plus a little touch of wine on top of the dry, sort of a bridge to connect the two. Smells very interesting. Almost food-like. Okay. Well, it's starting to bubble again. I'm going to turn off the heat and we will be right back. All right. I'm going to add my lang lang to the wine. $18 drops, because that's what I was called to do. So that is in the wine. And now we're going to add the dry ingredients. The heat is off. We're going to put the dry ingredients right in with our wet. And there we go. It is empty. And we join the two of these separate but greater than the whole ingredients. And we will mix first with a spoon. Oh my goodness, it smells amazing. And then I will do this by hand with gloves. And then we will continue to make our little pellets by hand. So as I mix this, I don't want to bore you. I'm probably going to put this into a mixing bowl so it'll be easier. And I will be back when we have our mixture ready to be made into pellets. Okay, friends, this is my Kyphi dough. It is fragrant and supple and slightly warm. And I'm going to knead it until I feel like I'm finished. And I will know. I've been folding it over and folding it over within itself. Slightly sticky. I wish you could smell this. It is divine. Now, I've purchased Kyphi from somebody else on Etsy, and I mean, it was fine. It kind of grew on me after a little while, but I don't know. This smells a little different to me. I don't know what recipe they used. I just sort of out of the blue picked one. All right. So let me tell you what will happen next. I will be making pea-size little pellets like this. And I will place them to dry on my drying racks. And they will dry until they are hard. So until then, I will show a final video in this section of all of my made pellets. And then there won't be another video probably for a week and a half or 2 weeks, depending upon how fast these dry. Again, thank you for joining me. This has been truly a pleasure. See you in a bit with my finished Kyphi pellets.